coming out today. It's really incredible. I mean, when I first told the owner of Maryland's that I wanted to host a fundraising dinner here, I told him, I'm expecting about 50 people. What's your capacity? You know, just out of curiosity. And he's like, 120. I was like, okay, sounds good. That shouldn't be a problem. 2 weeks later, I call him. I'm like, hey, so can you accommodate for that's how many tickets I've sold. And that truly is incredible because this started off as a Facebook page that I made one day after I filed my paperwork. And I had no idea where to start. All my friends were away for college. I had no idea who would make up something like this before. Like thinking of being a candidate, I mean, as if it's surreal for you, it was seriously surreal for me. I had no idea that I was going to end up here. So candidacy, the first thing that people would ask me, even before my name, my platform, what position I'm running for, the first thing that came up was how much money are you going to raise? And I was so confused. I was like, what am I raising this money for? I don't get it. Like, what do you mean? Turns out that money is what legitimizes your candidacy in the United States. Your opponent, your challengers, your voters, all of them have access to how much, they can see how much money you have. That is what influences their decision when they're casting a vote. That is the person who will win because more money means more resources and more support. So, as someone who's grown up from a very humble background, and I've never been told to ask anyone for money, regardless of what they were finding out that asking others for donations would be such a significant role in running for office. I was truly scared and very uncomfortable. That would really be done. But then I took a step back and tried to run this campaign as long as I could with my own finances, having volunteers, everyone on my campaign working pro bono, and I realized that it's not possible. It's really not. You can try, but I tried, you can't. It's not. So, and then I thought the answer to all of my prayers were here. Keyword I thought. The Action Committee reached out to me and told me that they really liked my message of wanting to defend the working middle class, of being, having this level of social awareness and really bringing a fresh perspective on. So I met with them at a very fancy white tablecloth restaurant. I heard what they had to say, and in return they said, hey, we want to donate $54,500 to your campaign. What do you say? I said, what's the catch? I actually literally said that. There's no other way to phrase that. I asked them, so what's the catch? They're like, nope, no catch. All the money comes from small businesses in Cook County. How great is that? I was like, that's amazing. It was not amazing. I went home and I looked up to see where this money was actually coming from. Because if it was from small businesses in Cook County, well, I thought I would hit up the small businesses and see what they could do for me. Turns out, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Snapple, another PepsiCo, 5 large soda companies is where the money came from. I was devastated. I was in a double bind because I personally disagreed with the sugar tax as well because I don't think regressive flat taxes are the answer and solution to help balance the county budget. But at the same time, large corporations getting involved in politics for their own personal economic gain and to basically buy out elections. So what did I do? I just kindly said no. And so this was more than double the amount of money I needed to win the race. And I would be no different from any other politician in Cook County, in the United States, had I accepted that money. The incumbent that I'm challenging expected a donation from Mike Bloomberg, again for tax. So how can I stand up against him and say I'm different if I did the same thing? So things were looking really good, but so that brings me to where I am today. I decided to host a fundraising dinner. Again, I wasn't expecting this many people, so I'm very excited that all of you are here. And now things are starting to look really good again. Because with money, I can pay people to go door to door and provide them compensation for the amount of time and effort that they put in. And really, I'm seeing a movement of some sort. At the forefront of my campaign, as Gracie mentioned, are young, powerful people, not just women, but men as well, people of all colors, races, genders, and backgrounds, and that's what it's about. It's real people contributing to a campaign by the people, acted on for the people. And that's what really brings me here today. So again, just thank you all so much for your support. I guess I do want to give a couple of shout outs, but I ended up listing the whole guest list because you all deserve a shout out. But very briefly, again, shout out to my parents for being very supportive. It's not easy to have your child say they want to run for office. Especially during a time where there weren't that many people, young people doing this and stepping up. So thank you for allowing me to do this. Thank you for offering me all the support, take the car, paying, for gas and all of that. Just I can't even begin to list. And also, thank you for so many of the community members that have showed countless support on social media. We have Khadija Auntie and Unsanko for helping me get this sound system. We have the owner of Maryland's. We have Roshina Auntie who's connecting me to people. We have Pastor Jess in the back who's helped amplify my voice on social media, like Evans, and we have Sean, and we have Connor, we have Allie, Nadir, and all these students from DePaul all working together to really help make this campaign a success. And I've also shout out to all my UIC friends and U of I graduates back there. Thank you all so much for your support. Dinner will be served soon. Thank you all. No, seriously, change starts here, not just in Cook County, but in the United States. Thank you all.